a very good evening and Ramadan Kareem. I hope this month will be very blessed and this education will add more spice into. We'll start our program, and this is a class for CIMA strategic case study, and your upcoming exams are in 2023 May. So we have quite enough time to prepare ourselves. I welcome you for this training program, and I'm going to give you a lot of insights now about what we will do, how things will move with us, and what will be our actual plan to crack this exam in the first attempt. Before I go ahead, I will introduce you with all your team who is going to work together with you on your success. So starting with myself is Musa Shaikh. I'm a qualified member. And Khulud Shaban, obviously, she's the one who actually pre-counsel everyone for this program. So I'm sure 99% all of you might have talked to her, or if not today, you are going to talk to her. The good thing is that she is also a qualified CMA and from UK and USA, and she is my student as well. And my great team member who is going to be in charge of our mocks, tests, everything is Sadiq. Sadiq is also list, and he is also a CMA and CGMA. So preparation strategy we'll discuss. We'll see what is the exam format, what is the exam duration, what is the exam date. We will also discuss what is when the exam is conducted. We will see what are the tips that we can give you for today to move forward. And in the end, we will have some frequently asked questions. And obviously, you can ask more questions if you have other than the one I am going to discuss. So let's have an overview of strategic case study exams. This is just for your satisfaction that you are on the top. Already you are on the top. We also have students who are studying the first certificate level, then the management level, operational levels, then these three subjects, and last subject that is left is called strategic case study. So you can see that, as we say, the elephant has gone, only the tail is left. And the positive way we can say that we are at the apex, we are very close to our success. Now let's talk about the topics, what topics you need to study and understand in order to pass your exam in the first attempt. So we'll start our discussion with develop business strategy, because this exam is about a strategy of three types. One is the business strategy. In the green box, you can see a financial strategy. And in the red box, you can see the risk and control strategy. So these three are strategic topics. Every time when we will meet from onwards, first I'll take the business strategies, one lecture for financial strategies, and one lecture for risk and controls. So it's very organized, very, very predictive exam. 99% I will tell you what the exam is, and we will prepare well for it. Only thing that I need from you is a dedication for 6 to 8 weeks, which is quite doable, and we will move forward. So this is A and B is section 1, C is section 2, and DE is section 3. So we have 3 sections in our exam, which is I'm going to explain to you. Now you can see all has equal weightage, so it means that all are very important. So we will give equal importance to all. Now, what are the topics in these 5 areas? These are the subtopics which we are going to discuss one by one. So I have seen your case. It's about logistic industry. So whatever we need to learn, we have to keep in mind the logistic industry. So we'll see what is the ecosystem for a logistic industry, what are the goals, who is the stakeholder, means who can influence, like a truck drivers or transportation company, warehouses. These all will be your stakeholder who is more powerful, who's more connected, and as a shareholder, how you need to keep them aligned, otherwise they will leave you. This whole discussion we are going to do in this topic. We'll set the strategy because this case is about strategy. So we'll see what are the different environments within your company, within your competitors, within the country and abroad. So these all will be discussed in detail. Drivers of change, what makes the industry change. Now you see that say a UAE government is focusing on drone logistics. So they want to take a container and from Jabal Ali and they want to take it to Fujairah in say 15 minutes by air, such kind of ideas. Obviously, these are the drivers for change. Big data, we will discuss. It has risk and returns. What are those risks? I will explain you. Ethics are very important. Always you give 3 to 5 marks for understanding that you spotted in the case given some ethical issues or environmental issues. You might heard about a name called ESG, environment, social and governance. That's getting really popular. So this course do discuss the ESG and it will give you a lot of insight. Developing new strategic options, evaluating the business valuation. So very interesting. This is a financial portion, core of any finance professional. If we want to merge a business, if we want to buy, acquisition, consolidation, amalgamation, all this is going to take some kind of methods, fair value, asset, discounted cash flows, residual value. So all the frameworks we'll see, and then we'll see what we need to apply in this case study. How to bring change in the company. You might can suggest that the board structure is not good, people are not good, system is not good. It's like you join a new company as a CFO and now you are analyzing a strategic option that what can bring more excellence to the company. Corporate governance, a very, very important area. We have board, we have audit committee. Audit committee must have independent people. If they don't have, it's a valid point to write in the case. So I will explain you what is Sarbanes-Oxley Act, what is the benchmark in terms of corporate governance. This is all I'm going to explain. How to identify risk, map it, scale it, impact, likelihood, risk management, and how to foresee the risk, how to mitigate the risk, how to avoid the risk. This all we will discuss in the risk identification. Very, very important from a strategy point of view. Internal controls, not from an auditing point of view or from a strategy point of view. We have to make sure that we have effective internal controls, so preserving the resources of the company. We will focus much on internal audit activity because that's what the last area of the exam. Cyber risk is always discussed in the exam, and because every time case is focusing on dollar versus euro, pound, dirhams, different currencies. So we always have a discussion of foreign exchange risk. So apparently these are the 20 topics which has been covering in these 5 subsections, and broadly these are 3 sections. This is eco, this is risk and control, and this is financial. This is your exam, and I'm sure that it looks pretty decently organized and cultured. Now, when you will become our student, and today you are going to receive a lot of study text. So pre-scene case, we cannot give you, CIMA has to give you directly, you will receive yourself. But as I told you, also they have sent us to this pre-scene case will be there. What you need from us is the analysis, that is forming your opinion, strategies, and how you are going to address what are the main points. This is all analysis which I am going to go through one by one. Each line we need to go so deep, understand, because it's about strategy. There are things behind the lines. We need to learn how to understand and relate with the case information. Then this is, I just explained you, these are the topics called study notes, and you will get enough material on that. So this is bookish, this is the case. Combine of them is tested through mocks. So we will take a lot of mock exams. Mocks means that real type of exam. So if you have given, say, like 5, 7 mocks, so when you go in the live exam, it will be nothing new. So we need to prepare you in a way that it will be just a day for you. You are already used to of giving your exams. So I'm very hopeful, I'm very positive that this is a very concentrated course. With little practice, we are going to pass this exam. Now let's talk about the exam strategy, how we can set the strategy until we don't know what is the exam structure. So I'm going to explain you, this exam is for 3 hours. 3 hours, you have to sit like this. You should be good in keyboard, not fast, not too much fast. I'm not saying that you should be a typist, not at all. None of us is a typist, but just general communication, we can write a little bit fastly organized. So 3 hours is the exam. There are 3 sections. Now I will write it for you here. This is called business, this is called financial, and this is risk and control, which I just want to revise. These are the sections. So this is one section, this is second, and this is the third section. So it's good. Some people are really good in finance, so they will be happy for section 2. Some people are very good in strategy, giving ideas, newness, so they are very happy in section number 1. And there are people who are working themselves as an internal auditor or head of audits. So the section 3, which is risk and control, will be very easy for them. And the good news is that your pass is 50%. So it's not that you have to pass all the way around. Total marks, you should get up to 50% and you are good to go. So means some people, I know some people are good in numbers, bad in theoretical concepts. Some are good in theoretical concepts, they are not good in numbers. So this structure gives them ample opportunities that you need to show your skills in whatever way you are. And very interesting thing I want to explain you with my experience and all our students' experiences, that for my exam, I passed in first attempt, alhamdulillah, and I didn't use any calculator in the exam. You will be surprised. So pull out from your brain that we are going to have complex calculations, not at all. When we say strategy, strategy means vision, thoughts, no much calculation. Figures should be with me, I already calculated, say operational level, management level, they have prepared their job. Now it's a time to take long-term decisions. So decisions are more into direction, backed by the numbers. So if you are, so no calculator is required. no kind of calculation, might slight 5% calculations. We will do just for our satisfaction, but I can show you the students no numerical calculations in the exams. So here I will tell you each section has 60 minutes, means 1 hour, and 1 hour. So this is 1 hour, 60 minutes. You will be given two tasks, section A, part A, part B. So this is a window, and section number 1, part A, you finish, you go to part B, you finish the session 1, then you enter into session 2. Again, you have 60 minutes. You did 2, and this is the weightage, like 50-50. Means A part has 50, B part also 50. So means if I am at your place, 30 minutes for required for section. It's your choice. Within 1 hour, you can allocate your part yourself. But logically, 50% means that 30 minutes should go one path and the 50 minutes to go to another path. So then this is 60 minutes, 3 parts. You can see 33, 33, and 34. So means that 20, 20, 20 means each question should take 20 minutes. So this one you will do practice, you will start knowing quite a lot, because real mock exams are based on sections, time constraint, task based. So with 2 or 3 mocks, you will be very, very comfortable with this kind of exam structure. Only thing is, all of us, we sit on the chair more than 3 hours. So this is already, we know, typing, we already know. So what is left is only 3 hour concentrated time for you. Now this is the exam window. So exam is a white screen, blue bars, and it shows you different things. For example, here I can see this is a question. So 60%, 40%. As I told you here, that this is 60%, 40%, 2 tasks. So you can see this is a real exam. So this information is given to you. Pre-scene is already in your mind. And you can see this is that tab for opening the pre-scene. So pre-scene is in front of you with a single click of button, which you will get it. So pre-scene will be with you, and additional information will be given in the exam, and questions will be asked in that way. So I guess that makes sense that we will prepare the pre-scene. Only thing that I always make sure that we will note, we should not click the button for looking the case study, but it's a waste of time. So we will prepare case study in a way that it will be in your head, because we have 60 minutes, we have tasks, so we need to be very, very time accurate. So if I click myself, open page number 16, there is information I didn't remember, but I want to reproduce in the exam. It is going to waste a couple of minutes, which is not healthy. So that's why I always emphasize that we will prepare the case in a nice way. We will make our short notes. We will decide before our exam what we are going to reproduce, which will make examiner feel that you are a best prepared candidate, and this is what we are good at. Now let's talk about the mocking. So you will get a pass result or you will get a fail result. Obviously, these are the 2 conditions. There's nothing in between. There's no tie, it's only pass. Either you're in or you are out. So as we saw, 50% is the passing rate. So the score comes into 0 to 150, and you have to take 80 scales scores, which is 50% of your exam. Now, interestingly, some students get 89, 86, some 84. We have lucky students who have 80 marks as well, because you are passed. I mean, it's just not a gold medal or this, it's just you are in or out. So we're all hoping that you are in. And so 80 is the threshold to pass the exam. We have some very selective students, including my own self, who cross 100. 100, if you cross 100, seem you are very good in strategy. But if you get 80 plus, you are passed, you are ACMA, CGMA, and that's what the goal is. So we will do our best. My benchmark for everyone is 100 grades, 100 scores, so we will get more or less on average. And feedback will be given. Of course, you will know that which areas you were weak. And say, for example, you are weak in risk, you are weak in the finance, or you are weak in business. This you will know, and it really helps. Now, very interesting thing is that all of you will give exams, but all of your exams are different. So suppose if you give on day one, so if I ask, okay, what was in the exam? Tell me, I want to. But day two exam is different. And same way, day three exam is different. So it's impossible between friends or classmates to share and see what's going on. So there are three type of exams. It's your luck. Honestly, it's your luck. That it's all your luck. Like you get day one, day two, or day three, and what kind of exam comes to you. Sometime exam comes, you feel very happy, very excited. You see that, yes, this is the one I know. Sometime you have a bad day, so you get an exam which is not that friendly. It has some new terms which you didn't prepare for. So these are three type of exam, and whatever we will choose, it will be more a look for you how things move on. Now let's move forward and discuss the tips to pass the CIMA case study exams. Now, in the case, he will say you are a senior finance manager. This is your position. So you are not CFO or no. He wants you to be a senior finance manager. Now, senior finance manager in British way, like CIMA, is a very important person who understands finance, who understands business, who can take care of risk and governance. If you just write in Google jobs for senior finance manager, you will see that they are actually looking for these three areas person. Not only accountant, not only business, it's a mix of all. So the board, so question will come, you are a senior finance manager and you are reporting to the board, and now this is the situation, prepare your report. This is the way it question will come. The board wants you to show them the implication for business, demonstrate the importance of advice that you are giving. They expect you to show what could happen, knock-on effects, how to resolve the issues they are facing. So you are a problem solver, you are a strategic thinker, you have a positivity, you have ecosystem in your head, you know controls, risk and controls, and you also take care of your financial figures. So that is expected. So from today till your exam, you are a senior finance manager. That's what you need to make sure that you are, because the designation will change the role. If we are CFO, we do different things. If we are CEO, we do different things. So he says that always give examples. So we will prepare examples together. There is nothing that you have to invent on the exam day. We will do all the practice examples, make a structure, I will tell you how to start your exam, how to close your exam. I will prepare with you during this course some paragraphs which are very important to reproduce in our exam. I'll give you an example. Suppose he will ask you dividend analysis. So me and you will prepare, I'll prepare a dividend analysis, I will share with you. So this you will reproduce in exam because these are share value analysis. These are must things predicted 99% has to come in the exam. So based on our yearly experience dealing with this qualification, we can predict and prepare well in advance and improve your business writing skills, which will be definitely improved. You know, there are two type of people in psychology. We say introverts and extroverts, and same reflects in writing. Some people write very to the point, no right, no left, very precise. Some people write too much. So we just need to create a balance of them, neither too less or no too big. This is what we will exactly prepare and in the practice sessions. Okay, so set a good mindset. Yes, this is all CIMA's instruction. You need to be positive, good mind, no stress, typing skills little bit better. So you should not waste the time. You know, you're typing. So if you type wrong, spellings are obviously not an issue. But of course, we are strategic case study students. So type it when, I mean, we are all spoiled because of Google. We write, Google tell what to write ahead, spelling corrections, all that we are used to. But in real exam, it's just a window, wrong, no suggestion. What's next? No predictive analytics or artificial intelligence, which will be a bit stressful, of course. So practice, practice, and practice. That's what is the goal and what is the role. And we will do a lot of practice. That's not going to create any problem. What are the exam dates? So always book your calendars. Tell your wives, your husbands, your kids, this is a life-changing exam. I want to just study one time. I want to give my 100%. So this is my schedule, 24th. Either you will get an exam 25th or 26th, whatever day is suitable for you. You take your vacations, your holidays. Okay, very commonly asked question, where can we give exams? So you can give exam like this sitting in our home. Just they will ask you to lock the door, remove the things. And if you are not peaceful in home, you can go to Pearson View Center. So wherever you are, just write in Google, Pearson View, and you will find plenty of center all around where you can go. They will have cabins. They will put you in a cabin, open your exam, 3 hours you're alone, and then you can come out of your cabin. So both options are available. You can do in both ways. Now let me expose a little bit with just for your satisfaction and a future strategic alignment, your case study. So this is just the first page of the case study, and this is the standard way. Almost 30 pages pre-scene comes, which has introduction of the country, which country you are. Always they take a developed country and currency stable, systems are okay, no corruption, no bribery, everything is normal. Logistic is the industry, so we'll explain what is logistic, what are the trucks, what are the warehousing, how the shipments comes and go, who is involved. So a couple of pages you can see around 2 to 11. He will explain the industry and then the company. So you are the senior finance manager of Daistruk. Daistruk is the company that you are the senior finance manager. So obviously, as a senior finance manager, you should know what is your balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, statement of changes in equity, and significant accounting ratio. This is all we will prepare and we will be memorizing. I will tell you, um, uh, Daistruk is performing better. Its turnover has increased 6%. This is a strategic. I don't say our turnover is 200 million and it becomes 300 million. This is not the way strategy works. Strategy always works in in the percentage. We increased 6%. This quarter went good. This has gone down. Risk has been mitigated. Risk has been increased. We have a threat, risk and returns. So very interesting area, very connected, high level, extremely high level, like director finance, CFOs, and CEOs, which you are already doing good jobs. So I'm very sure this is day to day. But we'll top up some exam-based analysis. We'll see board of directors. Very important that a company is led by Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Elon Musk is different. Same company run by ABC will have different returns, market share, dividends. So manpower, human impacts the. So we assess in the case that what is the board structure, which expertise they have, what is their background, is it relevant to the industry and the nature of the work they have been chosen for being a board of directors. So this is really important. So we will see the principal risk, some risk obviously given, and a lot of risk we have to think, which a logistic industry is facing. Automation, innovation, every day new things coming in, in logistic industry, new technologies, new business stress. COVID came. COVID we will not discuss, of course, but normal circumstances. Abnormal circumstances we don't take in our analysis. Then we will see the comparative. The beauty of the case is that there is your company, Daistruk, and there is a competitor. So we will prepare some kind of analysis together and reproduce in the exam, showing that Daistruk has increased 6% while the competitor decreased 2%. So this is the way examiner wants to see that you have your industry and competitors. Share price is always very important. We will discuss the concept of beta, ungeared beta, and share movements. And as I told you, we will prepare something in advance to reproduce in our exams, which will make it very likely that when an examiner is looking to your solutions, they are feeling that yes, you are well prepared, you are technically strong, you put some kind of frameworks in your discussion, and you concluded it very nicely. And there are news stories always given. News story means what's going on in the industry, which will impact the profitability, sustainability of the company. So these are also very important. So this is your pre-scene. My own way is unlike others, they just give you analysis. I will read case line by line with you. We'll see each and every terminology that has been discussed in the case. And then obviously it will be easy to build up. And before that, we will have a bookish knowledge. So you will feel quite comfortable. So this is the case. It will release to you very soon. And then we will start discussing. Let's see what questions generally students ask. Is it 100% computer-based exam? For sure. It's a computer-based, like I'm sitting on a computer, you are sitting, there's a window, I show you the blue and white, you have to type everything. Error in spelling is okay, where I get the calculator. Calculator is a button in this blue screen. There is a button called calculator, which hardly you need. But if you need, that's there. You don't need to bring. Some students says we are very good in our calculator. We have a calculator which is like us, it's like our hand. So you're allowed to take your calculator. You just need to show it to the prometric, this Pearson rule. How marks will be awarded, I already explained you that there are 3 sections. You have to take 80 marks, scales out of 150. Is it an overall pass or it is section wise? It's an overall passing marks. I already told you 80 or 50%. Can I pass in first attempt? Yes, you should pass in first attempt. There is no other way. You should not. But we will make a proper strategy and we will pass in the first attempt. I passed in first attempt. There are so many like us passed. Just we have to be organized. My typing is not good. What will happen? Nothing will happen. You just have to. When we will do the mocks, you will type. So when you will type, it will start improving. That's the way it works. We don't need typists actually. We just need a moderate typing skills. That's fine. That's a very good question. I didn't study since over years. 20 years, 30 years. Like there are students that did study 30 years. I see as a best opportunity. The reason is that when we are in university, we are academically good. We go in the workplace. So workplace teach us strategy, operations, organizational structure, communication. That is the exam. This exam is not much about the concept. There's no question like what is artificial intelligence, what is chat GPT, what is a strategic process. No, there is nothing theoretical. It's all practical. So it's very good that you have 20, 30 years of experience. And so you can deploy your expertise in your exams and get it through. Do I need to memorize? A couple of things are good to memorize. For example, as I told you, suppose I will ask you to memorize your working capital ratio, your debt to equity ratio, your GPs, your NPs, your gearing, your share price average up and down. So basic things we will memorize because we want to save time in the real exam. If I will start calculating debt to equity ratio, I have pre-seen in my exam. I'll open, I have ratios, I know the formula, it will take me 3 minutes. Why can't I just memorize in 3 seconds now in the practice sessions? That will be very helpful. So it is very important to understand that what we are exactly going to memorize. We are going to memorize the important things which I will explain you. Sadiq will explain you and Khalud will also explain us. So this is a very selective memory that we need to use. What is the exam strategy? So what we will read and memorize the important facts of the pre-scene. Once the pre-scene will come, I will tell you what to do, which is important, and what you can just skim and what you can memorize. Then we have your notes for case study analysis, which is the one that I'm saying likely to reproduce in our exams. And we have Berkeley notes, which is giving you the frameworks. Frameworks are very important. For example, I say that do a strategy analysis by using a framework called SAF. Suitability and all that. So if you will say SAF, examiner will be extremely happy with you because he will say that you have a score academic knowledge. That's why we need to learn the study notes and then jump and attack on the pre-scene, and then in the end is more practice, mock practice till the end of our exam. So with this, well, I'm really excited and I'm feeling that this class is going to be very vibrant and when it enter into a discussion mode, so we have a lot of industry knowledge. And but exam is of course on logistics, so somehow every company is managing deliveries and small things. So logistic is the core part of every organization.